As Yakubu awaits Senate confirmation of his reappointment, Kunle Oderemi examines issues relating to the tenure of the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Professor Mahmood Yakubu, since 2015, as President Muhammadu Buhari offers him another tenure. At inception, on November 9th, 2015, President Muhammadu Buhari expressly gave a mandate to Professor Mahmood Yakubu as the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). The directive was meant to complement the function of the commission as enshrined in the 1999 Constitution and the Electoral Act. Buhari had said, "The nation has reposed a lot of trust and confidence in you. You cannot afford to fail." In a quick response, Yakubu, a professor of history and international relations, made a vow: "We shall not fail the nation." He quipped 5 years down the line, stakeholders are taking stock of high and low points of his first tenure in the first instance and projecting into the future in the second instance. The reviews are against the backdrop of President Buhari to offer Yakubu another 5-year tenure, the first in the history of electoral bodies in Nigeria. The appraiser of the first tenure of Bauchi State-born academic as INEC boss is also premised on the promises made by both the president and the INEC chairman in 2015 not to disappoint the nation on election and electoral issues. From records during the period, the INEC held 11 end-of tenure and off-season governorship polls across the country. Among the most exciting polls conducted by INEC were the 2019 elections, presidential and National Assembly election held on February 23rd, governorship, state assembly, and the FCT area council poll conducted on March 9th, 2019, all of which were regarded as the largest electoral enterprise in the nation's electoral history. The exercise involved 24,353 candidates nominated by 91 parties for 1,558 constituencies and with a vote population of 84,004,084 spread across 119,973 polling units nationwide. Based on this and other data, even many of the ardent critics of INEC Yakubu acknowledged the modest achievements of the 85-year-old in the last 5 years to deserve confirmation of his reappointment by the Senate. Using the outcome of the governorship polls held in Edo and Ondo states on September 19th and October 10th respectively, as a possible roadmap, some stakeholders believe that Yakubu has raised the bar at the commission, though there is still room for improvement. Two major tasks seem to lie ahead of Yakubu in the next 5 years as the chairman of INEC. One of them will be to consolidate on the gains of his first tenure. The second will be to raise the bar, as it were, by embarking on more pragmatic actions in tandem to the standard obtainable in other democracies, where the fad is all about the deployment of technology. Statistics shows that the Commission recorded major strides spanning more than 6 categories in the last 5 years, one of which is the gradual deployment of technology in the nation's electoral process and system. Thus, in the bid to strengthen the electoral administration and management, the INEC ensured the revision of regulations, guidelines, and manuals to abolish separate accreditation and voting procedure, introduced and continuous accreditation and voting system, mandatory use of smart card readers for the accreditation of voters, ended the use of incident forms to check fraud, and brought about the requirement by poll officials to paste results at each polling unit in a new form, EC60E. According to observers, the INEC ensured a sustained deployment of upgraded direct data capture machines, DDCM, and SCRS to improve voters' turnaround time, and deployed the INEC Result Viewing Portal, an online portal accessible by general public for election results, EC8A, uploaded directly from the polling unit by the presiding officer at the close of the polls, as well as online portals. These include the INEC portal for recruitment of all election ad hoc staff, INEC candidate nomination portal to capture information or documents of candidates nominated for elections by parties, INEC Media Accreditation Portal for the accreditation of organizations for the coverage of election day activities, e-learning portal for the training of all ad hoc staff and security agents, INEC Observers Group portal that enables observers groups submit application and details of accredited observers for specific elections, INEC Political Party Management System that allows parties to submit polling agent for specific elections, and INEC Online Newspaper. Many applauded the Yakubu-led INEC for the conduct of registration of voters and maintenance of the National Register of Voters, which is ensured through all year round and continuous vote registration, as prescribed by law at the local government areas and other designated levels, resulting in the registration of 14,283,734 new voters. It also procured upgraded direct data capture machines with fingerprint scanner and camera recapturing of incomplete biodata of previously registered in previous CVR exercise, ensured quarterly display of claims and objections on the register of voters during CVR exercise, and increased transparency and accountability in the Permanent Voters Collection Process Commission, introduced the harmonized procurement procedure for a coordinated, timely, and transparent procurement process, establish a coalition support and result verification system at constituency and local government area collation centers for accurate tallying of votes, reactivated the Geographic Information System (GIS) laboratory and the Graphic Design Center, enhanced customization and securitization of ballot papers and result sheets and counting, tallying and mandatory announcement and publication of election results in every polling unit on Form EC60E to enhance transparency. The views of majority of the stakeholders in the democratic structure and institution on the reappointment of Yakubu has been a mixture of optimism and caution. While the consensus is that the reappointment was a welcome development, some are of the opinion that he should use the opportunity to raise his game. Members of the Coalition of United Political Parties (CUPP), through its spokesperson, Ikenga Ugochineye, asked Yakubu to use his reappointment in consolidating the gains of the Edo and the Ondo elections. The shifted elections earlier scheduled for October 31st would be the first test of what the second term will be for Nigerians. Nigerians will expect nothing less than a very credible, free and fair 2023 general election from him, the coalition stated. It promised to monitor him as he carries through the introduction of electronic voting, which the Commission has been test running over the years. Main opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP) also cancelled the INEC boss on how to consolidate on his achievements so far. The party tasked him to see his reappointment as an ample opportunity to address the challenges that characterized the first 5 years. PDP National Secretary Kola Olugbodonya said, "This reappointment entrusts on Professor Yakubu the fate, hope and future of over 200 million Nigerians, as well as that of generations yet unborn." Accordingly, he added, "At least with this reappointment, whatever happens in our future elections cannot be ascribed to inexperience and lack of adequate preparedness on the side of INEC. Furthermore, we consider this reappointment by President Buhari as an impetus to demonstrate readiness for a free and fair credible election, which Mr. President had always promised to bequeath at the end of his second and final term in office in 2023. The Inter-Party Advisory Council (IPAC) similarly sounded advisory while reacting to the reappointment of Yakubu, citing what he called the digitalization program of INEC, which has transformed the conduct elections. Its national chairman, Dr. Leonard Nzenwa, said, "The success of the Edo and Ondo 2020 gubernatorial polls is a clear example of the positive technology and digitalization trajectory which Professor Yakubu's first tenure gave to Nigeria. Other stakeholders, however, challenged the INEC boss of what they described as part of his unfinished business. Of greater interest to them are the reforms he has consistently pushed for, which requires collaboration with the National Assembly, pressure group, and political parties. Not long ago, Professor Yakubu listed 4 such critical areas that require reforms in the Electoral Act. Some observers also contend that there is a need for a similar collaboration among all the stakeholders to tame the menace of vote trading, which tends to blight the outcome of elections in the eyes of the public. Wow. All of these it's been stated that Yakubu has done a lot and the stakes are high. That come the next election, there's no reason for him to say it was lack of preparedness or inexperience, because he has actually done 5 years. So he must have had a lot of lessons learned. Anyway, guys, let's hear your take on this. Thank you once again. Please, guys, if you still haven't given us a thumbs up, do go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe as well. Click on the subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to us. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye for now and God bless.